In the Tao Ching, Lao Tzu wrote, "When the way has been lost, there comes virtue. When virtue has been lost, there comes morality. When morality has been lost, there comes justice. When justice has been lost, there comes social custom. Custom, a mere shadow of plain form ethics, is the beginning of disorder." Decadence is a degenerative process that coincides with the moment in history when spiritual values are replaced by ideologies which are founded exclusively on a socio-economic mechanism. On the one hand, we find legitimate power, spiritual authority and divine force directed upwards, which is to say, an anagogic force, where one weighs anchor and elevates oneself. On the other hand, a force directed downwards, a cause responsible for the degeneration and eclipse of civilization. Disorder within, therefore, occurs when a disintegrating power prevails that is founded upon matter and chaos, rather than order. Two verbs can be seen to express this opposition: to be and to have. Hindus called the Golden Age Satya Yuga, the age of being that corresponds to the primordial origin, which is opposed to the age of illusion. The latter is the age of possession, for it is marked by the prevalence of economic and material problems. According to this perspective, besides the world of nature and ordinary perception, two other levels of reality exist. One, the supernatural, directed upwards, and the other, the subnatural, which leads downwards. The process of subversion has followed various stages, all of which are linked to one another. The first step in the process was to turn tradition into mere conformity and social custom, a collection of historically inherited norms and institutions of no real value. The next step for the agents of subversion was to deny the validity of all spiritual influence, thus blocking the upward drive in man. This was made possible thanks to the spread of various cultural and political theories that employ materialism and atheism as their initial tactic. Rationalism, egalitarianism, utilitarianism, relativism, cultural Marxism, individualism, and liberalism are nothing but single components of the same subversive plan, the aim of which is to nullify any human aspiration towards the sacred. The only direction followed then was downwards, towards regions governed by irrationality and infernal forces. This phase, which is characterized by the dissolution of personality, is even more dangerous than the preceding one, for now those individuals who feel the need to react in some way are offered surrogate forms of spirituality, which invoke traditional ideals while distorting their genuine meaning, to the very point of betraying their original message. Modern European man, who lacks the guidelines provided by spiritual law, falls under the spell of neo-spiritualist movements and sects without realizing that these counterfeit and subvert genuine spirituality. This pursuit of irrationality frustrates any attempt to react against the crisis of the modern Western world, thus neutralizing any reaction at the hands of those who still feel the need to cultivate their own inner dimension. The true aim of subversion is to overthrow legitimate spiritual sources by confronting them with an increasing number of obstacles, such as materialism. Therefore, all social and political reforms within the European nationalist movement must become spiritual reforms for this revolution to take on any meaning, authenticity, or legitimacy.